Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to talk about structural adaptations. So Mrs. Shepherd did this lesson with the kids that are here in class, and I'm going to go over it with you. So many animals and plants, they have specific parts of their body or parts of their plant that are adapted, or they've changed, or they've grown this way that will help them in their habitat. And these adaptations or changes are going to allow this plant or the animal to survive in the environment that they live in. And I'm just trying to go to the next slide, but it doesn't want to let me. I wonder. There we go. Okay, so we're going to take a peek at the beaver. And here are some things that the beaver has that help it to survive in its environment. So the beaver has a big flat tail. What do you think that's for? They have teeth. What do they use those for? And then down here, they also have webbed feet. And what do you think that they use those for? So webbed feet of an aquatic animal allows this animal to propel itself through the water at a faster speed. So being able to swim fast allows the animal to catch a prey or escape from a predator. So the webbed feet allows them to go faster through the water, swim faster. And think about when you're doing swimming lessons and you get to use the flippers, how much faster you can swim with those on. Some animals have sharp claws, and these claws, they can be used for lots of different things. Some herbivores use their sharp claws to help them dig for berries or burrow to make a shelter. Dig. They can also be used to help an animal run, so they can kind of catch on the ground and build up some speed if they're running away from one of their predators. And the claws can dig into the ground and allow it also helps them with their balance, so when they can dig into the ground and hold on. Sharp teeth. Look at all these sharp teeth. Lions and hippos, hyenas, there's a gorilla, crocodile, piranha up in the corner. So sharp teeth are one of the most visible adaptations of many animals. So the ones that we can see. The sharp teeth are used for tearing their food, chewing their food, and they're usually found, the sharp teeth are usually found on carnivores. So remember, carnivores are the animals that eat meat. And it just helps them to chew their prey more easily. Next up, we have beaks. Look at all these cool different beaks. Have you seen these kind of beaks before? So instead of having sharp teeth, some animals, birds, will have a larger beak that helps them to open up nuts, like the toucan there. Can tear apart food. So if you look at the eagle's beak, or even the cormorant, will help tear up the meat. Or they might have big beaks like a pelican, where they can scoop up the fish and catch them. Camouflage. So some animals, their fur, they might have stripes or spots or just one color that helps them to blend into their environment so that they can hide from their prey, or their predators, or they can sometimes hide from their prey when they're getting ready to attack. So lots of animal structural adaptations, but plants also have them too. Plants need to be able to survive in all kinds of different environments. So think about the habitats we've been talking about, the rainforest, the desert, and they need to have ways to survive in all of these different conditions. So in the desert, some plants, they can store water in their stems or their leaves, like the cacti can. Other plants that don't have leaves, this can also help them reduce their water loss. So losing that water when they're going through photosynthesis and creating their own plant food. They want to make sure they hold on to that water. In the tropical rainforest, some plants have a waxy surface, so kind of shiny. You can see this one up here in the corner, how the water is kind of just beating off. And so this allows the water to just run off, and it doesn't affect their growth, because in the rainforest, it's kind of the opposite of the desert. They can get so much water. We kind of saw that happen to one of our plants in the classroom. We watered it too much. Oops. It's doing okay though. Those of you that aren't here, our plant keeper has been taking care of it, and it's coming back. So I'm super happy about that. And that's, you can see the Venus flytrap at the bottom here. So this is a plant that's actually a carnivore. We don't think of plants as eating meat, right? Usually they just they create their own food from the sun during photosynthesis. However, the Venus flytrap has these sharp, almost teeth-like things to catch the flies. And I think that's about it for these. Yeah. So in your handout, you will have just a little reading on the structural adaptations, kind of where I got my info from. And then you've got a couple worksheets that you can complete. So what is a structural adaptation? And then you can choose one example. So it could be from the slides that we just saw. It could be something that you think of on your own. And then in this space, you're just going to write about how that adaptation helps the animal or the plant to survive in that habitat. So if you picked having spots or stripes as camouflage, how does that help the animal survive? And then on the other side, you're just going to name a plant or an animal. You're going to draw a picture of it. You're going to tell us what structural adaptation it has and how does it survive. And if you have any questions, then you can ask me or Mrs. Shepard. Seesaw is probably the easiest way to ask us. Good luck.